Hey everybody, Combat Stu Carter here, and yeah, you're looking at something that's awesome. It's the Rapid Madness by BoomCo. It's huge, it's got incredible firepower, it's a new hot item from Mattel Toys, so stand by for a combat toy review. Yeah, I know you want to say, oh, this is just some Nerf wannabe ripoff. No, this is not one of those ripoff Nerf weapons that you see in the small stores. This is BoomCo, which you've not heard of probably, but you've heard of Mattel Toys, you know, like Hot Wheels. Yeah, this is a Mattel Toys product, a direct slap in the face, a slam down against Nerf, coming up behind them big time, and they went big early with this weapon. I saw a promo video for it. This thing is too much. It'll cut a man in half. It'll cut you in half, I swear. Just wait and see. Just wait, let's get a close look at the box. I know what you're thinking. You want me to skip the talk and get right to the shooting. Okay, let's do some shooting. If I got your attention now? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, now normally when I'm talking about toys here close up, I put the camera about 2 feet away. I've got to back up about 5 feet to get this whole thing in the shot. It's big. It's big. Here, let's see. It's about 2 feet 2 inches long inside the box here. It's BoomCo. You're going to hear more about BoomCo, I'm sure. And you see the colors where Nerf is like orange and black. Their colors are going to be gray and red and a little bit of white here and there. They got the smart stick technology going, which we tried out with my previous review. If you saw it on the far shot, darts stick to these targets and only the targets. This one says range up to 45 feet. The far shot said 50 feet, so we're going to check that out too. Rapid Madness fires 20 darts in seconds. Oh yeah. And it comes with 30 darts, which you're probably going to properly lose, so you better get some extras. And there's a magazine here. A lot of people call these clips. It's a magazine. And it's got the shields, pop-out shields on the front like you saw with the far shot. Yeah, and smart thing I picked up one more magazine because see what happens in combat, you shoot your magazine up quickly, right? And you're empty. And that's when the enemy knows, oh, come on, let's charge him now, he's reloading. So you get yourself another magazine or two so that you can slam it in and start firing. You know, just about when the guys start attacking, you slam your magazine in and start firing and you mow them all down, which is good to do. Also, I've got they have available packages of extra smart stick darts, and available, that one falls down. Available is also these smart stick targets, which you can use to build yourself like a tactical firing range. It would be cool. Okay, let's look at the back of the box. I'll just keep it rolling. And on the back of the box, some interesting information here. Easy load, it says clip, I hate that. That's not military, you say a magazine. Ammunition magazine, it's where you store ammunition. Rapid fire, go for a little, go for a lot. I like that, I guess it's switchable. We're gonna see pump action. Very interesting. No batteries required. How many pumps do we need? How long does it last? I don't know. Transforming shields, I guess you can put your targets on there. Let's see, the smart stick, and there's a picture of the target there, and it's talking about your other stuff. And then there's a warning in the small print here. Warning, do not aim at eyes or face. You'll poke your eye out, right? Always wear appropriate eyewear, sold separately, yeah. Wear the goggles if you don't have glasses. If you've got glasses, that's probably all right, except watch out if you got small glasses, a dart may get in there, so wear the goggles anyway. Yeah. Well, what do you think? You ready? Oh, and they've been doing this thing with the animals. Here's a picture of this lion dude. Yeah, and it's got a picture of a lion here, and it says, big, mean, blasting machine, the lion is the king of the jungle, and the Rapid Madness is the king of the battlefield. Packing enough power to fire 20 darts a second, this blasting beast will roar and leave everyone else in the dust. Are you ready? Well, are you ready to get this out of the box and have a look at it? All right, let's go. So here's what you get when you open up the package. Comes in some directions. Wait a minute. You might want to hang on to these because you know what? You look at this. There's a lot of detailed stuff in here, although it is in like 4 languages. There's a lot of tips in here. You might want to have a look at your directions. It's a powerful weapon here and you don't want to mess up. It comes with just one of these smart stick targets. So yeah, I mean, this would be okay for a range firing an automatic weapons mode. But if you're going to be mobile, combat type, tactical, yeah, I'd recommend go ahead and spring for the extra targets. Grandparents and parents note. And also, here's your magazine for the weapon. It holds 20 rounds. A round is like a bullet, okay? And it comes with 30 rounds. So that is nice. So like you got 10 to lose, or you can do 10 maybe handheld manual fire. But I did spring for the extra clip and rounds, and note that these magazines, did I say clip? I'm sorry. These magazines hold 20 and there's only 20 in these packs. So yeah, so that's why I got the extra ammo. See, so that's, well, welcome to the toy business, okay? They get you coming back for more. That's the toy business. Let's get used to it. All right, well, you ready to get this all opened up and a little bit of test firing? All right, let's go. Out of the box, it's a pretty good looking weapon. It is heavy and large, but rather compact in size. You can tell, of course, you can flip up, you push this button, you can flip up your little shield things there, which also will score with the stick-on things. You can also take this off. It'll come off like that. But you don't really have a good hand grip. This is kind of loose. And yeah, I guess you can grip it here as well. That's why, but I've really been keeping this on just for identification purposes while I'm demonstrating the weapon. Failed modification, it comes with a couple of slots for a sling, and you should have a sling with a weapon like this. It's so heavy, and a lot of times you're going to have to fight with it empty, so you want to kind of sling it behind you so it's out of the way. I don't have a sling that fits, but I think a standard like a 1 inch or 3/4 inch sling, flat sling would fit into these. I just kind of jury rigged something with some string and clips from one of my suitcases. Yeah, it works, huh? Loading the magazines is pretty straightforward. You cannot load one round at a time in this weapon, so when your magazine is empty, you're going to be out of luck until you can get one reloaded or have one available to reload in the weapon. And on top of that, you have to pump it back up too. So maybe good to have a backup gun or a partner to provide covering fire while you reload, and then you guys can work in a team. That's an idea, a combat team. Imagine that. Another thing is, notice I'm pressing these bullets down, kind of seating them tight. You can also just keep them in there loosely. It'll still fire, it won't jam. I do not know yet, really can't tell you whether it shoots any better with them seated in here firmly or loose. Probably if they're in there firmly, it gives a better pressure and seal and makes them come out a little more forcefully. No batteries required to operate this weapon. Your parents will probably like that. It requires muscle power to pump it up. Your parents will probably appreciate that too. 18 pumps, Mattel directions say. How many was that? 10, 12, 14, 15. I've gone up to like 20. What happens if you pump more? Will it go faster or harder if you pump more? Will it break? Listen, you hear that? You hear that in my microphone? There is a gas release valve. It's releasing excess air pressure. So you can pump up as much as you want. After a while, it's not going to let any more air get in there. So you just wasted your time. I would say about 20 pumps, or once you start hearing that gas release valve going off, you're not getting any more extra benefit. Now, you put this magazine in, there's a little arrow here, right, in a line. You put the magazine in here from the left, and you're going to line that line up, that arrowhead up, with the end of the barrel receiver, magazine receiver feed right there, see? And now, see, he's ready to fire. No, would be, there. Oh, ricochets. I'm firing too close at the wall. Unauthorized modification. I've been giving the insides of my darts a shot of WD-40. I can't prove it, but it may help them come off the rails a little faster. Just be aware that WD-40 is both toxic and flammable. So when you open up the Smart Stick target package, you get some directions. You don't need that. And then you get a couple of big targets, which are nice, and you get 3 small targets. And I understand, I'm not going to try it here, but you can peel off the backs and stick them to things. But I'm going to just use tape to put them up so that I can move them around different places. All right, well, let's go try them out. In order to test the safety of this device, I'm going to have my assistant here fire at me at point blank range. Ready? Fire! It's okay. Now this weapon is pretty much a full auto all the time. The only way you can get single shot fires is like release the trigger real fast after shooting. But one thing also though, it doesn't have the range, the same kind of range that that pistol had, and so it's not as accurate. But you can get on target, especially in full auto mode, by adjusting your fire, watching where the bullets fall, and then adjusting the fire. Let's see what we can do. This is 15 feet. I got about 3 rounds held here. It's not firing anymore. It ran out of air. I'm going to test this weapon in our top secret indoor firing range, shooting from ground level. I'm going to need a bigger range. I was getting 50 to 60 feet in range with this rifle. What I liked about the Rapid Madness, of course, it's a rapid fire. Fully automatic, at least in the first half of the magazine. Then towards the back half of the magazine, it did slow down a bit as it lost air pressure. It's in semi-auto fire, it's real quick. And of course, a problem is that when you run out of rounds and magazines are empty, it's going to take you a while to reload and pump it back up again. Also, I found that the rounds, they're a little heavier and they hit hard. And I think you can hit a little bit harder target working around the range here. You have to compare it more to the Nerfs, but I think this can knock over a heavier target than a Nerf can. And the range is not as much as I would like. I've got better range with the pistol. But still, it's a lot of fun to play with a weapon like this. I suggest you add your own sling like I did and give it a try. One other negative, it is quite expensive. I had to pay close to $100 for mine. I think in the States it's still about $50 or $60. It's a little expensive for a weapon, for a Nerf gun or a BoomCo gun, excuse me. So, tell me what you think in the comments. In the Special Forces community, a shoot house is a place where operators can practice close quarters combat. As a military industrialist, I've taken the trouble to install a state-of-the-art shoot house in my top secret facility. Let's put it to the test. Here's the drill. Shoot, don't shoot. Hit the targets, don't kill the hostages. Ready? Let's go! Release the hostage!
No one I know is out to kill me. I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions. Just an empty head filled with the sky. I separated my life between the borders.